6-year relationship, I slept with over 400 guys before I came out of the gay lifestyle.
Wow.
I want to get your number.
I'll give you my old black book. My old black book. I could sell that black book.
Actually, I have a confession. I'm not really gay. I haven't met the right girl yet. What are you doing after the show?
This is great.
You ought to go
double your wardrobe.
You ought to go to slut camp. I mean, that's.
Hey, Bill.
Yeah, no, I mean
that was pre-AIDS days, and maybe your gay friends don't tell you the truth. But I was living in New York City, doing the Fire Island, Provincetown, Palm Beach, the whole gay scene, all the way down the East Coast.
What's your favorite album?
And
and what did you do with your old Judy Garland records? I could use them.
Okay, I could use a commercial. We have to take a break. We'll be right back. You didn't want that. That's fine.
That's right. Bill, it's like, you don't make 400 mistakes before you realize you're a bit sexually confused. I was exclusively homosexual, had a born-again Christian experience, and decided that heaven was more important than my lifestyle.
That's you.
Oh, but that's so offensive to say that gay people can't go to heaven. Is that what you're saying?
I didn't say that gay people can't go to heaven. What I'm saying to you is the Bible is very clear on homosexuality.
But not
everyone believes the Bible.
Of course. And we're not for everybody. We're for people who have a desire to leave the gay lifestyle behind. That's it.
But what is unnatural about the gay lifestyle itself? That's what I don't understand, because you know that homosexuality occurs in nature. I mean, this is a fact. Over 450 species of animals practice some form of homosexuality. And they do not have dominant mothers, or else they'd be Jewish, not gay.
But we wouldn't have...
So why is it unnatural? Isn't anything that occurs in nature, by definition, natural?
You are a human being. You are not an animal. You don't eat larvae. You know, just because animals eat larvae, should you eat larvae?
You eat plants.
I mean,
You eat
come on,
animals. You are an animal.
Well, I do eat
We're
larvae.
made in God's image.
And by the way, with a little tahini sauce, it's delicious.
Bill, the bottom line, what it comes down to is I saw 35...
No, answer that question first. How can homosexuality occur in nature and not be natural?
But it doesn't reproduce, and
But it occurs. Maybe the goal of everything isn't to reproduce and spawn.
You're comparing apples and pigs in a blanket. I mean, if you're an animal, animals can do whatever the heck they want. We are made in God's image, and we've got to do what God tells us to do.
And you're not answering the question. You're avoiding the question because I assume there is no good answer that you have.
I think there's a very good answer. Bill, just because...
I would just be very afraid if some organization told me how my mind should work or what I should do. It's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I saw X-Men last night, speaking of movies, and the mutants still were trying to save the Earth. And I think that's what we all are. We're all made, and everything is of God. We're extensions of God's love.
Are you seriously telling me this man is not gay? Now and forever, I mean, listen to this.
Let me tell you. We can work on this guy.
You can work on this guy.
The only sin he has, he's a lousy dresser. No, only kidding.
I like his outfit.
Look at you in your Dockers and that shirt. You are... I believe you. You're not gay anymore. And the fact that you think he's allowed... That's...
Clothes do not make the man.
But they do if you're queer, okay?
But we don't force anybody to change. They come to us wanting to change, and we're
but that's not true. That is not true.
What do you mean by that?
Because my film is about a girl whose parents sent her to a homosexual rehabilitation.
Well,
and I can promise, yes, it's a true story. It's absolutely
It was utterly ridiculous. I have to be honest with you. It was utterly ridiculous. This girl doesn't like tongue-kissing her boyfriend and is a vegetarian, so they decide she's a lesbian.
No, she is
and they drag her to an ex-gay camp. That's utterly ridiculous.
Exactly. That's why the film is a surrealistic view of what's really happening. I grew up a little boy, a little 5-year-old flamer, and I thought I landed on this planet, and it was like, I felt like an outer space alien. And you know what? It's like another planet. It's so crazy. I mean, the curly perms and the tracksuits have to go.
Well,
it's crazy, and that's the view of the film. It's looking at it in a way where it's like, what is this madness? Will you follow your gut? Whatever feels good, you do that. There's nothing wrong with that.
I had a guy on my floor who who thought killing was a good idea. That's how he felt. So where do we draw the moral line?
When does
But
a little
how about
fellatio have to do with killing someone?
Right, there's a little like
Haven't you ever heard of AIDS? I mean, come on.
You're talking
Let's be
about
honest,
feelings.
bro.
Where if everyone has different feelings because of the different environment that they live in.
62%. Wait a minute. Bill, 62% of people in this country who are dying of AIDS are homosexual men. So fellatio does kill.
So what about the
And
40% of people dying of AIDS that aren't gay?
Anal sex does kill. Okay? So when I saw 35
So
of my
does
friends
heterosexual sex.
die...
I'm a lesbian. I'm never going to get AIDS.
You're a lesbian?
Yes, I am a
I
lesbian.
didn't know that.
And I will have less chance of getting AIDS than you, and you, and you.
I was a lesbian.
Yes, I am, and I'm a lesbian. So does that mean that lesbians, that's God ordained because
No.
now I'm not going to get AIDS?
You're
It's
confusing
ridiculous.
the issue. What I'm
not
saying
confusing
here
the
is,
issue.
when I saw 35 of my friends die of AIDS, and my therapist told me to go into the gay lifestyle, and there was nothing to worry about, and when I began to see them die, I'm saying, wait, maybe I've made a wrong choice here.
But what about
Maybe I do have an
hemophiliacs? When all of
option
their
here.
friends are, then they say, oh, I have an option, now I'm not going to be a hemophiliac anymore? I mean, that's
You're
ridiculous.
comparing apples and oranges.
I'm not comparing apples and oranges.
My argument.
I have to
make
sell
sense.
a few apples and oranges. We'll be right back. And the question I'm asking is about how young is it appropriate to get your hooks into people. The Millennium March for Equality was a couple of months ago in Washington. First time that they had gay minors marching. And the executive director said, we have a responsibility to organize the younger generation because they're the future. Now, kids can be confused at that age.
Yeah.
Don't you think we should at least wait till they're 18 or so before you start with the you're gay? And
That's right. Bill, the gay political movement in this country is coming after junior high school and high school kids now. I think that's where we have to draw the line.
So is the ex-gay movement.
They should be able to make a decision when they're 18 years old of what way they want to go, and I don't think we should be touching them in school in any way.
So what would you do? So what would
You know what I mean.
So what would you do if your 15-year-old son came and said, Dad, I'm gay? Would you send him to an ex-gay ministry at 15?
I would sit him down and try to find out any part that I played in that and not being a good father to him. I'd get him some
you don't want to tell him about the 400 guys, though, at that point.
It's going to be in my book, so everybody's going to know it. Everyone's going to know
I'm
it.
sure his kids do know.
All I can
So you
say,
would send him to an ex-gay ministry. So you want to get your hands on the young people also.
No. People come to us. We have 20,000 former homosexuals we're currently helping in 5 ex-gay networks throughout the country. We're spreading throughout the world. We're on the front page of the LA Times.
Okay.
We're
Blah, blah,
coming.
I just got to say, it's got to be a lot more fun to be gay. If it took me to be 100 to get 400 women. I mean, what is it that allows the gay people to, like, just meet up and do it so easily? I guess they don't have to... What?
Especially in pre-AIDS days, it was very sexually charged. I mean,
It's
very
still sexually charged.
Yeah, it was the 70s.
well, gay people are having unprotected sex again.
Well, your whole discussion
AIDS
is all
on the
about
rise
fear.
again.